of Mark Bruce is wanted for stabbing a man 23 times. He is approximately 5'10" and 170 pounds and looks like this. So, if you see this face or know anything about this crime, please call 1-888-CRIME-CHASERS or visit crimechasers.net. In other news of stabbing, here's Laura Hall with the Weekly Play Report. Laura?
Thanks, Anne. A new production of Shakespeare's Julius Caesar opened this week on Broadway. It's a heart-wrenching tale of trust and betrayal set in ancient Rome. Let's roll a clip. Hold me by the cloak. Would you speak?
This play opened last week on Broadway and is already nominated for the Tony. Critics have been giving it rave reviews, and it is a revival of the 1960s version. It takes place in ancient Rome and follows the last days of this incredible dictator. Its awesome cast and renowned director make it a shoo-in for a fearful and entertaining night.
The genius behind this stunning production will be joining us today. Here's the director, Dawn Lamont herself. Thank you for joining us today, Miss Lamont.
No, thank you. And call me Dawn.
Well, your play has been getting rave reviews from all the critics. How do you feel about that?
Well, I worked my hardest on it, and I had to sacrifice a lot to take on this challenge. But it was all worth it in the end. This play is the best that it can be.
What do you think first intrigued you to direct this play?
Shakespeare's language and writing style really inspired me. He just writes in such a way that if I have the right actors to work with, this play can be more harmonious than a Beethoven symphony.
Well, since this play has so many captivating scenes, do you think you have a favorite?
Definitely Act 3, Scene 1, where Brutus and the conspirators stab Caesar. This scene reveals that even the closest of friends can betray each other. It's not the typical murder scene, rather it's the ultimate act of disloyalty. The culmination of bitter feelings leads to this zenith. This is the scene that the audience remembers, and if done well, it will hopefully remain in their minds forever.
I kiss thy hand, but not in flattery, Caesar, desiring that Publius Cimber may have an immediate repeal of freedom.
What, Brutus?
Pardon, Caesar, Caesar, pardon, as low as to thy foot doth Cassius fall, to beg enfranchisement for Publius Cimber.
I could be well moved if I were you. If I could pray to move, prayers would move me. But I am constant as the northern star, of whose true fixed and rested in quality there is no fellow in the firmament. The skies are painted with unnumbered sparks. There are all fire, and every one doth shine. But there's but one in all doth hold his place. So, in the world, 'tis furnished well with men, and men are flesh and blood, and apprehensive. Yet in the number I do know but one, that unassailable holds on his rank. Unshaked of motion, and that I am he. Let me a little show it, even in this, that I was constant Cimber should be banished, and constant do remain to keep him so. Doth not Brutus bootless kneel?
Speak, hand, for me.
Oh, et tu, Brute! Then falls Caesar.
Now sitting with the star of the play, who played the conflicted character Marcus Brutus, the acclaimed actor Justin Kaufman.
Thanks, Laura.
So how was it playing this character?
Well, it is a hard part to play, and I had to understand Bruce's struggles between choosing to join or not to join the conspiracy against his best friend.
And how did you understand these struggles?
In order to understand, I found Bruce's true emotions, and I delved deep into them to understand why he joined the conspiracy. And he did so because of the peer pressure from Cassius and his friends, and after lots of convincing, it was the right decision for Rome. I had to put myself into Brutus's shoes, and then I fully accomplished the role.
And had these conspirators not done this, do you think Caesar would have still met the same fate?
Well, fate is fate, and that's why it's called fate. But if Caesar did become a tyrant, the people would have realized and rebelled. The conspirators killed him because of their fear for Rome. And if others had felt that fear, they would have eventually done the same.
Well, thanks for your insight. Let's see a clip of you in this role.
Patient till the last. Romans, countrymen, and lovers, hear me for my cause, and be silent that you may hear. Believe me for mine honor, and have respect to mine honor that you may believe. Censure me in your wisdom, and awake your senses that you may the better judge. If there be any in this assembly, any dear friend of Caesar's, to him I say that Brutus's love to Caesar was no less than his. If then that friend demand why Brutus rose against Caesar, this is my answer. Not that I love Caesar less, but that I love Rome more. Had you rather Caesar were living and die all slaves, than that Caesar were dead to live all free men? As Caesar loved me, I weep for him. As he was fortunate, I rejoice at last. As he was valiant, I honor him. But as he was ambitious, I slew him. There is tears for his love, joy for his fortune, honor that for his valor, and death for his ambition. Who is here so base that would be a bondman? If any speak, for him have I offended. Who is here so rude that would not be a Roman? If any speak for him that I have offended. Who is here so vile that will not love his country? If any speak for him have I offended. I pause for a reply.
No one, Brutus, no one.
Cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste of death but once. Of all the wonders that I yet have heard, it seems to me most strange that men should fear, seeing that death, a necessary end, will come when it will come. The gods do this in shame of cowardice. Caesar should be a beast without a heart, if he should stay at home today for fear. No, Caesar shall not. Danger knows full well that Caesar is more dangerous than he. We are 2 lions littered in one day, and I the elder and more terrible, and Caesar shall go first.
You pulled me by the cloak. Would you speak with me?
Aye, Casca, tell us what hath chanced today, that Caesar looks so sad.
Why, you were there with him, were you not?
I should not ask then, Casca, what had chanced.
Why, there was a crown offered him, and being offered him, he put it with the back of his hand, thus, and then the people fell a-shouting.
What was the second noise for?
Why, for that too.
They shouted thrice. What was the last cry for?
For that too.
Was the crown offered him thrice?
I wasn't, and he put it by thrice, every time gentler than the other, and at every putting by, my honest neighbors shouted.
Who offered him the crown?
Why, Antony.
Tell us the manner of it, gentle Casca.
I can as well be hanged as tell the manner of it. It was mere foolery. I did not mark it. I saw Mark Antony offer him a crown, and, as I told you, he put it by once, and for all that to my thinking, he would fain have it had it again. Then he offered it to him again, and he put it by again. But to my thinking, he was very loath to lay his fingers on it. And then he offered it the 3rd time. He put it by the 3rd time. And still, as he refused it, the rabblement hooted and clapped their hands, and threw their sweaty nightcaps, and uttered such a deal of stinking breath, because Caesar refused the crown that had almost choked Caesar, for he swooned and fell down at it. And for my own part, I durst not laugh, for fear of opening my lips and receiving the bad air. If you want to be a part of this incredible journey, this fascinating story is only on Broadway for a limited time. And now back to you, Anne.
Thanks, Laura. Breaking news. Mark Bruce, the man wanted for a brutal murder, has committed suicide along with his fellow accomplice. I'm Ann Scoop with a K, and this is Iambic Pentameter News. In other news of stabbing, here's Laura Hall.
Don Juan herself.
I found Brutus's true emotions and dealt
Mommy! You have to
Wait, hang on. I'm sorry.
Really don't like your point of view. No, you'll never change.
Wait, should I look at the camera or just stare here? Pause. Like, I paused a lot, actually.
I know.
Okay, we'll cut it. It's fine. Yeah.
Really
Okay, so
don't
let me
like
start.
your
Whose line is that? Because I just realized that I'm Casca.